So we have migrated our application from Angular 10 to Angular 11 in our previous video. We have seen that from Angular 11, the default linting tool is ESLint, which now can support TypeScript as well. So it was decided to deprecate tslint from version 11. Since January 2020, our tslint team was accepting only security fixes and crash related fixes. But from 1st December 2020, they have stopped accepting any type of support request for tslint. So better we migrate our project to ESLint if we have not migrated yet. We were supposed to integrate our login and registration form with Web API in this video, because I thought migrating from tslint to ESLint was just a matter of running a few migration commands, but that is not the case. It was really a painful process to migrate from tslint to ESLint. Documentations provided on different sites are also not very clear if we are migrating an existing project where we have used those features which are not supported by ESLint. So I thought of creating this video on migration so that you can smoothly migrate your project and do not have to go through digging different articles to solve the various problems I have faced. Let's see how to migrate the same next. So if you are not aware of linting, it is a tool that programmatically scan your code in the background with the goal of finding issues that can lead to bugs or inconsistencies with code health and style. For example, if we remove this semicolon from here, you'll get this red underline here. And if you take the cursor on this, you will get the detail of error in the code. At present, this is coming from tslint rule file. Also try to add one more space here after the import statement, and you can see this warning started to appear here. All of these rules are defined here in the tslint.json file. You can see the warning we have seen when we have added space after import is defined here. Semicolon check is also defined here. So there are plenty of rules defined in this file that will help us to write a structured and less error-prone code. If you are using tslint from many years, it is possible that you would have configured different checks as per your requirement, and while migrating your project to ESLint, you do not want to define all of those rules from scratch again. To help us in migration, the Microsoft team has created this document that we can follow to migrate our project. Here a few things are not clearly defined, but you can walk through with me, and I will let you know what other things also we have to take care during migration that are not defined here in this document. So first of all, we need to install ESLint with TypeScript support from npm. ESLint does not natively support TypeScript, so you will have to add additional plugins for TypeScript. Let's copy this and run it in the terminal window. It will take some time to install the required packages. So it's added the required packages. Next, we need to run this command that will take our existing tslint configuration from tslint.json file and create the ESLint configuration file closest to the existing configuration. In order to run this command, you should have tslint 5.1 or above version. Otherwise, this command will not work and throw an error. If you have older version of tslint or you do not have any version of tslint, first you have to install the same from npm and then you have to run this command. After migration, you will get this summary, and you can see for our project 96 rules are replaced with ESLint equivalent rules. 2 rules are not known by ESLint. In order to run those rules as well with this tool, this configuration is added, and we need to install additional packages to get those rules worked with ESLint as well. If we want to check what these rules and what are those 2 rules that are not supported by ESLint, we can open this log file that is generated at the root of our application. So these are the 8 rules that behave differently from tslint. Better you go through with all of these rules. For example, this arrow body style rule is newly added to throw an error if our function body is multi-line, but if it only contains one return statement, it will throw an error. For such cases, ESLint recommend to put a return statement on the same line instead of making it a multi-line. ESLint does not recommend putting underscores before and after any identifier. I have not gone through all of these rules. I will explore these later and create another video for all of those rules with examples. These two rules do not have any equivalent of ESLint, that is import spacing and white space that we have seen in the start of this video. If you still want to use these rules in ESLint, you need to keep tslint as well in your project. Otherwise, ESLint will not work. Also, this tool recommend to add prettier plugin in configuration. If you remember with the tslint, we were using prettier plugin as well. But now it is not needed to install separately, and we can add one line in existing configuration to apply prettier rules. This is actually a subset of ESLint rules and disable some formatting rules. I am not adding this plugin at present, and if needed, I will add it later in our project. Next, we need to install these packages. Without these packages, ESLint will not work properly. Let's copy this and paste it in the terminal window. And I do not want HTML template related linting in our project. So removing this package from the list, run it. Okay, required packages are installed. Now we have ESLint and all the rules migrated from our previous configuration file. Let's see what is next suggested in the document. So the document suggested we remove this parser option from the configuration file. It is actually for optimization purpose. If you look at our configuration, we have this option available. And here in project property, tsconfig.json file is set here. I am not removing this configuration at present. First, I would like to identify that what type of performance problem appear with this configuration. If needed, we will remove it later. Next, we need to run ESLint to scan our project so that we can get the report where ESLint rules are failing. We can put this line in our package.json file as recommended here. Let's replace this lint property with the command as suggested in the document. Here we need to tell our source folder name that is to be scanned by this linter tool. In our case, it is src folder. We can run now npm run lint to execute this command from the terminal. But I know at present there are few rules that are not compatible with the ESLint, and if you run it at this stage, you will get more than 1000 lines of errors. Let's first disable all of those new rules. I will go through with all of those new rules later and will enable those one by one in our project if they really provide any value in our project. Open up this eslingrc.js file and scroll down to the line just before this ban-types. I have copied the list of rules that I do not want to turn on for this project. I have given this list in the video description. It is not mandatory to put these lines just before this ban-types, but it is good to place all TypeScript related rules at one place. So I have turned these rules off by setting off as value here because these rules can not be automatically fixed by this tool. Also remove these two lines as we are not going to use HTML template related rules. We have not even installed the plugin for the same as well in our previous step. Also search for JS doc and turn off this check for indentation because by default Angular did not follow these rules in boilerplate code. If you enable this, you will get a lot of such warnings. And also I would like to remove all of these specs file as we are not going to use the testing framework for this project. ESLint will throw few warnings due to these files as these files contain some unused variable, and I do not want to go through the process for modifying all of these files. Remove it from all the property component. Also remove it from navbar component, and finally remove it from the users component. I think now we are good on migration, and we can run this lint command. We got this error as we have not installed template related packages during installing additional packages suggested in the previous step. So we need to remove this from configuration file as well. Search it in file and remove this line. Run this command again. So we got around 697 errors in the different files, and all of these errors belong to the formatting, where proper space was not given as per the ESLint rule. It is difficult to fix so many errors in our application, but we can easily fix this problem by running lint command with the fix flag. Perfect. All errors are fixed automatically. There are around 35 files changed, and there are only 3 warnings that we are getting in our property detail resolver file, where we would have defined a few variables, but those were never used. Let's ignore this warning for now. We will fix it in our next video. If we look at the changes made in the file, you can see now by default ESLint use 4 spaces per tab, but VS Code is set to use 2 spaces per tab at present. But we can modify the same by changing it here in editor config file. Let's set it to 4 so that it meets with the ESLint recommendation. So now we have migrated successfully our existing code as per the ESLint recommendation. Next we can install the ESLint extension in VS Code. I already have uninstalled tslint from here. So before adding this extension, uninstall tslint from the extensions list and install ESLint extension. So it's installed. You can see now if we remove this semicolon, we are getting this error squiggle from the ESLint tool. It can also happen that it does not work at your end at the moment. And if it is not working, you need to create a task using this command by pressing Ctrl+Shift+P to open this command palette, and use this task:configuration task command and select npm::lint from the list, and you need to replace this problem matcher property with the $ESLint-stylish. So all set now with our project to use ESLint. Next we can remove tslint from our project as a cleanup. Microsoft also recommend to use this line in extension.json file that is placed in .vs code folder, but there is no such file here in VS Code. In our case, we can generate the file and put the recommended line in that file if needed, but I have not generated any file and it works fine for me. Next we can remove this tsconfig.json file, as we already have the new config file for the ESLint. And next we can remove the tslint dependency from package.json file, as it is no longer needed in our project and there is no dependency for this package. And finally we can uninstall tslint. But it comes as a surprise for me that as soon as I uninstall tslint, this ESLint extension stops working. You can see I am no longer getting any error squiggle even if I have removed this semicolon or I have not given the space before this line. And nothing is discussed here in this document as well about any of such problems. After searching a lot, I came to know that the reason for this ESLint stop working is because of these 2 rules that we have borrowed from the existing tsconfig file. Because of these 2 two rules, we need to keep tslint as well. Otherwise, ESLint will not work at all. So in order to get rid of tslint, you will have to compromise with these two linting rules. So go to ESLint rule configuration file and search tslint and remove this line from here. Search for another tslint and you will get this configuration for those import spacing and white space rule. Let's remove this configuration from here. And as soon as you will remove these configuration, ESLint will start to work again. So at present we can correct these errors manually if we see some squiggles. But what if VS Code automatically formats these lines for us as per the ESLint rules as soon as we save this file? Prettier extension already had that function, but now we do not need any additional extension for this. We can enable the same in VS Code itself by turning on one setting by clicking this gear button. Select setting, go to the formatting tab and enable this format on save setting. It will use ESLint as default formatter. And if now as soon as we save the document, you can see it automatically add the required space before this line and added a semicolon as well here. But in case it is not working at your end, you must have multiple formatters activated in your project, and the default formatter would have been set to something else. You can change or set the default formatter by right clicking here, and from the context menu, click on this menu item and select this configure default formatter and set ESLint as default formatter here. Also, we have now prettier for specific to ESLint as well, but I don't think it need to install. So our code has been migrated and there are lot of changes happened in our code due to this migration. Better you try to build your project with the production flag to see if it is successfully getting built. Yup, there is no issue at my end. Hope you have also migrated your project to ESLint. And sorry I could not publish the video last week as nowadays some critical deliveries are going and I am barely getting some time on weekend or at night. Even now I am sleeping only for 4 or 5 hours daily. Hope you will bear with me and we will start continuing on our project soon in the coming weeks. See you soon with the latest video on integrating our login and register page with the web API. Till then, practice the basic concepts, and if you have any question or I have not replied to your any question in the past, I have added a link in the description where you can ask the question and I will definitely reply to you. So bye bye, stay healthy and keep learning.